For those of you looking to LS swap a 67 to 72 B body, E body Mopar, I've come up with a couple new products that you guys will definitely find very useful. First up are going to be our engine mount adapter brackets for the LS to B body, E body Mopar. Typically what I've seen people do is that they use Hemi swap brackets in order to facilitate their swap. I've seen it done multiple times and it actually does work pretty well. The downside is that it only uses 2 of the bolts even though 4 bolts are available, and that's because the LS pattern is slightly different than the Hemi pattern, and so realistically you can only use 2 of the bolts unless you modify the bracket. What I've done is I've made an adapter specifically designed for the LS engine, but instead of using the 2 bolts, it actually only uses 3. Reason for that is that I've actually created the bracket to be adjustable. So you've got 3 positions about 1 inch in separation, and so you can have the engine 2 inches back, or you can move the engine 2 inches forward, or neutral 1 inch in either direction, and that's going to allow you guys to run different oil pans depending on your application. Now I'm sure you guys can figure it out, but the reason we don't use a 4th bolt is because if you do use a 4th bolt, it's actually going to get in the way of the engine adapter in its furthest forward hole, or technically the furthest backward. Now if you were planning to run the engine farthest back or in the furthest forward hole, you can reach in there and install a bolt there if you really wanted to, but it's really not necessary. If people were running 2 bolts on their swaps, having 3 bolts is just that much better. Now I've designed a passenger side bracket along with a driver side bracket as well, and these guys are going to work in combination perfect with the next item on our list, and that's going to be the oil pan itself. Now I've spent countless hours, days, weeks, months R&D'ing an oil pan for this setup. I had to design the oil pan flange 100% from scratch. Nobody sells this design, so I had to come up with it on my own. Not only that, I had to invest in a CNC plasma table in order to create repeatable cuts and not rely on a handheld drill to drill all the holes and a grinder to cut it out. Now before I show you guys the pan, let's talk about the oil pickup for a second. So this pan is going to be designed around the LS3 style pickup tube. These run anywhere from $60 to $80 online, or you can get them cheaper if you get them used. This is actually the more expensive alternative compared to the second one we're going to look at, but let's go ahead and throw the pan on here so you guys can check it out. This is my Mopar LS Swap oil pan. So as I mentioned, this uses an LS3 style pickup tube. It measures about 6.5 or 6 5/8 of an inch from the face of the block, including the gasket, and it sits around 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch below the K member. Now this pan is designed to work with my adapter brackets. So originally I set it up so that it can run with the quick ratio steering arms, and then I realized that if you are not running the quick ratio steering arms, you might run into some interference issues, and so because of that I decided to make these guys adjustable. So you can start your mock-up in the furthest rear position and then move it forward as needed. Ideally you want the engine as far back as possible, but some people don't necessarily care, especially if you're just driving the car around. Now I mentioned that we had a second setup, and I don't have one of those right now. I'm currently testing it, so I don't want to show it off until the design is finalized. But the next pan I want to talk about is one that utilizes an F-body pickup tube, and that is about 1 inch shorter, which means that the oil pan is going to sit about 1/2 inch above the K member, which means you're going to have plenty of ground clearance, but the sump has to be moved further back. Because of that, these adapters have to be adapted either 1 inch or 2 inches back to make sure you get the engine away from those steering arms. Like I mentioned, whether or not you have quick ratio steering is going to change that. So both of these pans should work with the stock K members using the factory steering, or stock K members using the quick ratio steering arms. And to clarify one more time, this pan is designed to work around these engine mounts. So if you're dealing with some clearance issues, the best thing to do is just to adjust the engine forward or backward to suit your application. I can't guarantee that this pan will fit with the Gen 3 Hemi mounts because frankly I just haven't tried it. Considering that pricing for these are going to sit around the same as the Gen 3 Hemi adapters, there's going to be basically no reason to use the Gen 3 Hemi adapters ever again, and so all your setups are going to be based around these adapters, and then you can pick whatever oil pan you want. There's another thing that I want to show you guys about the oil pan, and it's pretty important, so let's jump around to the other side. So this oil pan was used to design an adapter bracket that'll allow you to run -10 AN lines or NPT fittings. I'm not sure which one we're going to go with yet. I guess it depends on what you guys think. I have a video here on the channel that involves me installing a Permacool oil filter relocation bracket. And basically the instructions in that video are going to be the same instructions that you're going to use to install this oil pan. Basically, the stock LS oil pan uses a filter here. There's really no way to install an oil filter on this oil pan except for one way, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video. But typically you're going to hook up 2 lines from the block. The block is then going to go to the oil filter adapter. From there, it'll either go back into the pan or into an oil cooler, and then from there it'll go back into the pan. The reason I've decided to turn this into 2 pieces instead of 1 was 2 reasons. Number 1, it's easier to make sure I have the fittings welded on properly if the piece can be removed from the oil pan. I could take it off, weld it, put it back together, check it, we're all good to go. And the second reason is that I added 2 bolts to this flange in order to ensure that we're going to have a nice leak-free seal, whether internal or external. It's going to be a leak-free seal leaving or entering the block. The whole reason this oil pan even exists today is because I've had nightmares with sheet metal oil pans in the past where this guy will actually leak because the sheet metal is warped or whatever, and there's no way to unwarp it and get it to seal up properly, so you deal with low pressure issues, no pressure issues, or external leaks. I personally don't want to deal with that ever again, and so I'm making every possible attempt to prevent that from happening to me and to you guys. Now, I didn't actually come up with this idea. I borrowed this idea from the guys over at Moroso because I was looking around online to see what other people are doing with their oil pans, and I noticed that Moroso actually sells a piece of billet aluminum that gets bolted onto their oil pans and then bolted onto the block. And so in the future, if I ever get around to buying one of those adapters, I'm going to modify these oil pans to accept the Moroso oil filter adapter because they do actually sell that separately. And that way you're going to be able to run a rear mounted oil filter if you so desire. Now, I don't know if that's going to cause interference issues with their steering, but at the very least, we're going to have the option. And really, that's what this is about. I'm trying to give you guys more options to build your car, make building your cars the way you want it easier than it is currently right now. Mopars do not get a lot of love, and so that's going to be my focus for the near future. To drive the point home, I'm actually working on another project for the B-body Mopars, and this is going to be a replacement dash bezel that's going to allow you to run 6 gauge. It's actually made out of steel instead of junky plastic. It's still in the prototyping phase, but all the switches do work. It's 100% fully functional, but it's missing a trim piece and a couple other pieces. But this is just an example to show you guys that I am not stopping with just engine adapters or oil pans. We are going to be taking over the Mopar space, and I'm going to be making new products, not just for the B bodies, but the E bodies and A bodies, and not just this style of K-member. The spool type K-member mounts are coming out very, very soon. In the near future, I might even dabble in the new Mopar stuff and trying to get an LS into some of those, but you guys are just going to have to stick around and find out. Like I said, this is a prototype, so I'm not taking any kind of pre-orders on this just yet. For the oil pan, I am taking pre-orders. This video is actually being shared on the LS Swap Mopar Facebook group, and so we're doing a group buy on the engine mount adapters and the oil pans. So we're only going to have a limited number for the very first run. Once I can gauge whether or not we're going to continue making this product, then we're going to go and make a second batch. If I see that there's not a lot of interest in this product, I'm just going to sell the ones that I make and then focus on products that people do want. And so we're only going to have maybe 10 oil pans and 10 sets of adapters. and if it goes well, we'll go ahead and make a second batch. Pre-orders are expected to ship out in about 3 to 5 weeks. It just takes a really long time to TIG weld oil pans. I didn't realize how long it was going to take me, but it takes me almost a whole day just to prep the material, line it all up, tack weld it together, put it on my fixture, and then TIG weld it and just sit there for hours. Then after that, I have to go and check it for leaks, and that'll be a topic for another video. So if you guys want to pre-order the oil pans or engine mount adapter brackets, that's going to be in the Facebook group. If you guys have any kind of questions on this or any other products in the near future, go ahead and post that in the comments down below. I will see you guys all in the next one. Night Wrencher signing out.